So today I will be solving the GS part of GSI 2023 prelims. So the first question is, deserts are generally located at. There are four options. So the correct option is about 30-degree latitude, because most of the deserts are located either 30-degree north or 30-degree south. Moving on to the second question, which one of the following has the adaptation echolocation to detect the prey? The correct answer is bat. Bat uses echolocation to determine the size, shape and texture of the objects in its environment. The third question is, which one of the following is the most important stage in the process of ecological succession? Now we should know that there are 5 stages in ecological succession. The first step is nudation, that is the formation of nude or bare area that may result from flooding, erosion, landslide, etc. The second is invasion, that is arrival of different organisms that can settle on the bare area. The third step is the competition or coaction, and the fourth step is the reaction, that is the environment molds itself under the organism's influence. And the fifth step is stabilization or climax, that is the terminal stage of ecological succession. So among all these 5 stages, the most important stage is reaction. Moving on to the next question, in which one of the following trophic structures of ecosystems both fungi and bacteria occur? The correct answer is decomposer. Here I forgot to write the 5 stages. I will write it: nudation, invasion, competition, reaction, and finally stabilization. Most important is reaction. In the fourth question, in which one of the following trophic structures of ecosystems both fungi and bacteria occur? The correct answer is decomposer. Moving on to the next question, the uplift mechanism that takes place when lighter, warm, moist air mass rises after encountering a colder and denser air mass causes which kind of precipitation? Now we should know that this precipitation corresponds to what? Conventional precipitation occurs when heated air from the earth's surface rises upward along with the water vapor and it gets condensed when reached to higher altitude. That is the normal kind of precipitation that we experience mostly. What is frontal precipitation? Mass along the zone of contact of warm and cool air mass. The precipitation resulting from the junction of hot and cool air mass is called the frontal precipitation. And cyclonic precipitation occurs when the warm and moist air mass meets a cool and dry air mass. Okay, so the correct answer is orogenic precipitation. So this uplift mechanism results in the formation of orogenic precipitation. Now moving on to the next question, which one of the following managed ecosystems has the highest amount of standing crop? At first we have to know what is standing crop. Standing crop is the total direct biomass of the living organism present in a given ecosystem at a particular time. Okay, so this is known as the standing crop definition. So the correct answer is forest plantation. Now moving on to the next question, who among the following was the Viceroy of India in 1905 when the partition of Bengal was announced? The correct answer is Lord Curzon. Question number 8. Neel Darpan, which deals with the condition of indigo planters, was written by Dinabandhu Mitra. Who among the following revolutionaries founded the Hindustan Socialist Republican Army? The correct answer is Chandrasekhar Azad. Now coming to question number 10. Chronologically arrange the following events. invasion of Alexander that happened around 336 BC to 323 BC. The Indo-Greek rule in the northwest. The Indo-Greek kingdom was ruled by over 30 Greek kings in the northwest and North India from 2nd century BC to 1st century AD. And the third one is accession of Kanishka. Kanishka was the emperor of Kushan dynasty in the 2nd century. He ascended the throne in 78 AD. And accession of Chandragupta Maurya. Chandragupta overthrew the Nanda dynasty and then ascended the throne of the Magadha kingdom in present-day Bihar about in 325 BCE. So the correct answer is D. 1, 4, 2, 3. Number 11. Consider the following statements. Ajanta paintings depict stories from the Jatakas. Second statement is Ajanta paintings depict scenes of court life, processions, men and women at work, festivals, etc. Which one of the following statements given above is or are correct? So statement number 1 is correct because Ajanta paintings depict stories from the Jatakas, that is the previous births of Buddha, and this is incorrect. Statement number 2. So the correct option is A, that is 1 only. Which one of the following schematic graphs correctly represents qualitatively the variation of resistivity rho with respect to temperature for semiconductor? Now, while increasing the temperature, number of holes and electrons for a semiconductor increases. Okay, but tau remains constant. So resistivity decreases with increasing temperature. Hence, D is the correct path. Question number 13. Which one of the following semiconductors possesses the highest value of band gap Eg? Option A is silicon. Silicon has 1.1 electron volt. Germanium has 0.7 electron volt. Gallium arsenide has 1.42 electron volt. And lead sulfide has 0.41 electron volt band gap. So the correct option is C. A steel rod having radius r and length L gets stretched along its length by delta L when a force F is applied to it. If another rod made of the same material having radius 2r and length L is subjected to the same force F, then the elongation observed for the second rod is. So we have to consider the Young's modulus in both the cases. So the formula is F into L divided by A into delta L. Okay. So in the first case, Y1 is F into L divided by pi r square into delta L1. And in the second case, Young's modulus is F into L divided by pi 2r square into delta L2. Now Y1 equal to Y2 because they are of the same material. So F into L divided by pi r square into delta L1 equal to F into L divided by 4 pi r square into delta L2. So delta L1 equal to delta L2 by delta L2 equal to delta L1 by 4. So the correct option is C, delta L by 4. 15. Which one of the following quantities is dimensionless? Specific weight, specific heat, specific density and specific gravity. Out of all these 4 quantities, only specific density is the ratio of 2 densities. So this is the only dimensionless quantity out of this 4. So option C is the correct answer. 16 is which one of the following is the correct order of increase of the atomic radius of the elements? Carbon, boron, silicon and aluminium. Now let us see the atomic radii. Carbon is 70 picometer. boron is 85 picometer, silicon is 210 picometer, and aluminium is 143 picometer. So the correct order is B. Carbon, boron, carbon less than boron, less than aluminium, less than silicon. Is the oxidation state and covalency of aluminium in this complex. Now let us consider the oxidation state of aluminium in this complex to be X. So X minus 1 equal to plus 2, because these are neutral ligands, so no charge. So X equal to plus 3, and covalency, as we can see, it is 6, 5 plus 1. So the correct option is B, plus 3 and 6. What is the total number of orbitals associated with the principal quantum number 3? Total number of orbitals is n square. So 3 means 3 square, that is 9. Option C is the correct answer. Is the phenomena of radioactivity was first discovered by these 4 scientists. So the phenomena was first discovered by Henry Becquerel in the year of 1896. And Marie Curie and Pierre Curie got Nobel Prize in 1903 for their study of Becquerel radiation. So the correct option is B. Going to question number 20. Which one of the following is the correct electronic configuration of copper? Now, as we all know, the atomic number for copper is 29. So it is supposed to be 3d9 4s2, but since we know that full filled and half filled orbitals are more stable because of greater exchange energy, so the configuration that it follows is 3d10 4s1, that is A. Question number 21. Which one of the following is the shape of BrF5? Now, for understanding that, we have to know the electronic configuration of bromine, that is S2P5. And vacant d orbital. Okay, so when 5 fluorine is coming, that time it will be like this. So the hybridization is sp3d2, and the geometry will be square pyramidal, that is like this, along with one lone pair. So this will be the correct answer. One of the following statements regarding the panchayat system is or are correct. The first statement is Constitution of India envisages a 3-tier system of panchayat. So the 3-tier system is the village level, the intermediate level, and the district level. So this option is correct. This statement is correct. The second statement is intermediate panchayat stands between the village and district panchayats in the state where the population is above 20 lakhs. Now this is also a correct statement. And the third statement is all the seats in a panchayat shall be filled by direct election from territorial constituencies in the panchayat area. So this statement is also correct. So all these 3 statements are correct. Hence the correct option is D. 23. Which one of the following is not a fundamental duty enshrined in the Constitution of India? Option A, to abide by the Constitution and respect its ideal and institutions. Option B, to protect the national animal and national bird. Option C, to value and preserve the rich heritage of India's composite culture. Option D is to safeguard public property and abjure violence. Total, there are 11 fundamental duties, out of which only B is the incorrect one. Question number 24. Which one of the following statements regarding the President of India is or are correct? The first statement is the President of India is elected by an electoral college. in accordance with the system of proportional representation by means of the single transferable vote. So this is a correct statement. The second statement is the elected members of the legislative assemblies of union territories of Delhi and Puducherry take part in the election of the President of India. So this is also one correct statement. So the correct option is C, both 1 and 2. Which one of the following is not an objective of one-stop center scheme? To stop gender-based violence, to support women affected by violence, to provide specialized services to aggrieved women including victims of acid attack. These three statements are correct. The only incorrect thing is the statement C, that is to provide cheaper credit to self-help groups, not to self-help groups but to women. 26. The movement of a substance against a diffusion gradient with the use of energy is known as active transport, passive transport, water potential gradient, solute loss. The correct option is active transport. With the use of energy, active transport. Without the use of energy, passive transport. One of the following has non-nucleated cells at maturity. Xylem parenchyma, palisade parenchyma and companion cell has nucleus. So the only cell that doesn't have nucleus is B, that is xylem fiber. Microscopic branched and thread-like structures which can grow and absorb nutrition from organic matter are found in C, fungi. Question number 29. What is the number of chromosomes found in human somatic cell? So the correct option is 23, pair of 23, that is 46. Option number C. One of the following animals lays eggs to reproduce. The correct option is platypus. Question number 31. BT cotton is a genetically modified crop with a foreign gene from. Correct option is option number B, Bacillus thuringiensis. In deep ponds and lakes, which one of the following vertical zones receives least light penetration? Now for that we need to see where the zones are located. So small schematic diagram. So this is called the littoral zone and this is called the limnatic zone. This is called the euphotic zone and this is called the profundal zone and this is called the benthic zone. So the zone that receives least amount of sunlight is the profundal zone. That is obvious. What is ecological amplitude? So ecological amplitude is the degree of adaptation of living organism to change in its environment. So as we can see in these four options, B and C talks about constant environmental conditions. So clearly these two are not the correct options and D is also incorrect. So the correct option is A. So the range of demands and consequent range of tolerance of a species to the fluctuation of environmental condition. Which one of the following organisms can live both in air, that is outside water, and in water? So the correct option is mesophyte, that can live both in dry as well as wet environment. Xerocol lives in desert and mesocol lives particularly in water. What is duff? Duff is dead plant material that has fallen on the ground. So the correct option is A, partially decomposed litter. Which one of the following is a gravity transported soil? The correct option is C, that is colluvial. 7. What is pyrophilous organism? So pyrophilous organisms are substantially favored by fire. So the correct option is B, fungi growing in soils of burnt terrains. Which one among the following states of India experienced the highest fall in population growth rate during 2001 to 2011 in relation to the previous decade? So the correct answer is Maharashtra. It experienced fall from 22.73% to 15.99%. Andhra experienced 14.59 to 11%. Tamil Nadu experienced 11.197 to 15.60, and Madhya Pradesh experienced 24.26 to 20.23%. In which one of the following statements about the Austric family of languages spoken in India is not correct? The correct option is B. That is, the Munda group of languages is spoken only by the Munda tribes living in Chota Nagpur. But not only in Chota Nagpur, it is also spoken in various parts in Nepal. So the incorrect statement is B. Rest all the statements are correct. Which one of the following statements about farming in India is or are correct? Statement number 1. Dryland farming is confined to the regions having annual rainfall less than 100 cm. Statement number 2. Wetland farming regions are often susceptible to flood and soil erosion hazards. Actually, this dryland farming is considered if the annual rainfall is less than 75 cm. And the second statement is also incorrect. So the correct option is D. Neither one nor two. 1. Which one of the following is a lagoon? The correct answer is Pulicat. 42. Which one of the following is not observed by the stations operated by the Central Water Commission? Water level, silt, water conservation, water discharge. The correct option is silt. B. 3. In a beta decay process, a nucleus spontaneously emits an electron or positron accompanied by the emission of an antineutrino or neutrino. Which one of the following statements is not true about neutrinos or antineutrinos? They are uncharged particles. Their masses are very small in comparison to that of an electron. They possess charge of magnitude equal to electric charge. And the fourth option is they interact with other particles through weak force only. So these two are contradicting statements. So either A or C will be correct. But neutrinos are actually uncharged particles. So option C is the correct one. This is the only wrong statement with respect to neutrinos. Number 44. The radius of the first orbit n equal to 1 of a hydrogen atom is 0.529 angstrom. Then the radius of the second orbit, that is n equal to 2 of He plus ion, will be. So the radius of the nth Bohr's orbit is equal to 0.529 into n square by z angstrom. So the correct n is 2, z is also 2. So 2 square by 2, that is equal to 1.058 angstrom. So the correct answer is A. 5. Which one of the following statements for the emission spectrum of hydrogen is true? First statement. The Lyman series lies in the visible region. Paschen series lies in the IR region. Okay, let us see which series lies in what region. Lyman series lies in UV region. Balmer series lies in visible region. Paschen series lies in IR region, near IR. Brackett, Fund and Humphrey, they all lie in IR region. So from all these four statements, the correct one is D. Lyman, UV, Paschen, IR. Remember this. 46. Consider the following combination of resistors across P to Q. Equivalent resistance of the combination of resistors between P and Q is. So these three are in parallel. So we have to consider this as 1 by R equivalent equal to 1 by 1 plus 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2. So R equivalent is half, because 1 by R equivalence is 2. Okay. So these are in series. So we will consider it as R total equal to 1 plus 2 plus half, that is 3.5 ohm. So the correct option is C. Number 47. Which one of the following zones of atmosphere is the farthest from the Earth's surface? So let us see the layers of atmosphere. So at first comes troposphere. Then comes stratosphere. Then comes mesosphere. Then comes thermosphere. Then comes exosphere. So these two are called ionosphere. So ionosphere is the farthest from the Earth's surface. 48. Which one of the following ecological adaptations is not dormancy? Hibernation. Organism adapt this condition in order to withstand cold temperatures. Estivation, because to withstand hot temperatures. Diapause is also one kind of dormancy. So the only adaptation that is not dormancy is cyclomorphosis. What is circadian rhythms? The circadian rhythms is physical, mental and behavioral changes that follow a 24-hour cycle. So the correct option is A. Daily responses of animals to light condition. Daily. 50. What is bioenergetic approach in modern ecology? So bioenergetic approach is a method used in modern ecology to study the energy flow through the ecosystem. So the correct option is answer A. That is study of similarities and differences in food relationships among living organisms and various life forms of energy supporting their life.